90% of people don't know that there are 3 key points to learning welding, so let's share some key points that welding beginners need to pay attention to during the early practice. First, what is welding? The so-called backslash cranking handle backslash is different from the backslash floating handle backslash and backslash folding handle. Backslash, the folding handle, uses the nozzle as a fulcrum, crossing at the base of the base material and twisting it. The floating handle refers to the nozzle resting on or suspended in the base material and shaking back and forth. The so-called backslash cranking handle backslash uses the nozzle as a fulcrum, a point of contact with the base material. So, the action of rolling the gun barrel forward using the hand and wrist, and the bear and insect taking a step forward, is called cranking the gun. This is a prerequisite you need to know. The coordination between the wrist and the body is very important during the cranking process. If you crank like the master in our video, with your whole body shaking, frankly speaking, it's very tiring. Do you feel tired? Very tired, right? So how can you solve this problem? It's actually very simple. Your wrist needs to be flexible and adaptable. Instead of twisting your body when cranking, your body should be fixed, and your wrist is crucial for holding the gun. If you want your wrist to be flexible, you can't. If you grip a gun like that, your wrist will become stiff and you won't be able to move freely. You'll only be able to move your body to control the gun, right? So, this is incorrect. There are 2 ways to hold a gun. First, grip with your fingers. This way, you can be flexible and lift your wrist without it becoming too stiff. This is the first step. The second step is what it means to hold a sword. Take the way people hold swords in the movie theater. Place your thumb on the switch and your index finger upright on the wire mesh. You'll find that when you shake it upwards, your wrist doesn't become stiff, and you can lift your wrist flexibly. Isn't this one way to hold a gun? The second key step is the height of our electric arc in normal practice. If you raise it more than 2 millimeters, you'll find that your stickers will fall apart. They won't play a role in carrying the capacitance value. We need to lower your electric arc height to 1.5 to 2 millimeters so that the heat released by the current is very concentrated. You can place it wherever you want. This is the key point of our electric arc height. The third and most important step is to make the pattern look beautiful. To make the pattern shake well, there is another key point: what's in your hand. To make the pattern look beautiful and to make the shaking motion work well, there's another key point: the size of the shaking gun you're using. And there's a crucial prerequisite: pay close attention to the force. If you want it to shake naturally and smoothly, don't use too much force. But many beginners have a concern, right? If I don't use enough force, I won't be able to hold the gun, so they squeeze it too hard. But then you see, they squeezed too hard and it slipped. So, you just need to gently place it on top, and that's it. Remember, when shaking, if you want a larger pattern, your left and right twists need to be larger. If you want a smaller pattern, your left and right twists need to be smaller. Secondly, regarding the width on both sides, if you want it wider, roll it up and down more. If you want it narrower, roll it left and right less. Don't say that the left and right twisting determines the size of your pattern, and the up and down rolling determines the width. So, the width and pulse size are determined by these 2 directions. As long as you master these 3 tips, welding with a crank handle will become very simple for beginners. Next, we will demonstrate the operation of a high titanium molten pool. Let's see the correct operation process for beginners with a crank handle. Friends who have watched this far, please like and follow. Place the welding wire in the middle of the weld, with the arc as the center. The rolling force on both sides should be the same to make it even. When swinging, the speed in the middle is faster and the speed on both sides is slower. This way, the edge lines on both sides are easier to jam, right? Okay, shake it a couple of times to relax and see your arc height.